Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there in Wonderland today? I suppose, yeah. I suppose we should. What happened there? There we go. I suppose we should briefly, or not briefly, but start off with it is September 11th.
Yeah, happy anniversary, everybody.
Oh, yeah, I mean it's buried. I didn't see anything in my recommended feed. My Google News feed didn't give me anything on that. They told me all about the right-wing guy who got shot.
Yeah. And birthday cards, Epstein birthday cards.
Oh yeah,
We'll get into all that other stuff today.
Trump's signature Bush.
Yeah, we'll get into all that.
Yeah.
But yeah. September 11th, eh? Who'd have thought, just wouldn't get a mention. I think this is the first year since it's happened. I have not seen anything. Apart from the only thing I have seen was someone talking about politically on Facebook. About political violence and all that kind of nonsense. And apparently this person had been posting way too much for someone, and they had to comment saying, you haven't said anything about 9/11 or anything like that. And he goes, well, neither of you.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point there, actually.
That's the only thing I've seen.
Yeah. So if you had anything to do with 9/11 and supposedly your God is going to provide you virgins for being some martyr to the cause, may every one of those virgins be a disease-ridden gorilla with a real attitude problem.
Oh dear. They're all on the Epstein list anyway.
It's just, and I think that leads into a good opening for today, unfortunately. But killing people ain't ever going to solve anything.
Well, it depends how many. If you kill everybody, then that solves everything, doesn't it?
Okay. You might have a point there, and I'm sure that there's, animals and plant life out there that would really, appreciate the break,
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that there's probably enough guns and ammunition in America to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yes, 9/11, that's just, whenever I think of 9/11, if I may, just for a minute, I think about the people on the plane who did the full-on rebellion and pulled it off. And, they took themselves out of the game to do it, but they were brave enough to get it done. And, I often wonder, like, I don't really know. I never really looked into it, but was there like a couple of like Navy SEALs on that plane or something, like, or they just have some tough guys or, what,
I don't think so. I think, if I remember rightly, I think there was an air marshal, but he was incapacitated.
Yeah.
But I might have that all wrong because I haven't
It was
had
Wesley Snipes in seat 57.
I haven't had my fill of 9/11 reminder documentaries hitting the screens.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, it's very much buried, man. I'll never forget that day. Never. My friend Larry and I were sitting at his place. We were on the PS2 playing some street racing car game that was based in Tokyo or something. And all of a sudden we hear somebody running down the street. The Americans are under attack. The Americans are under attack. And we just flipped the TV on right away. And we watched the second plane come in. And it was just, we couldn't believe our eyes.
Yeah. I got a phone call from the missus, and she goes, "Oh, a plane's hit the what's the building?
Trade Center. I was
going to say the Empire State Building. Yeah, the World Trade Center. Planes hit the World Trade Center, and I was just thinking, right, a little Cessna or something. Yeah. Oh wow, that's bad. Hey, I've just seen Stephen Fry in HMB. Oh, how about that? Yeah. And this was on lunch break at work, and I come back, and like the entire massive company were all upstairs in the common room with the TV on, just staring at it, watching it all happen.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing you just don't expect to happen in nations like ours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't believe it. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
There was, there's reports too. I was just watching, that CNN series, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I was rewatching a couple episodes just very recently, and there was people after the first big plane hit who actually sat down and had like little board meetings and decided, yeah, okay, we better, and then rounded everybody up and started getting out of the building and stuff. How could you be that freaking calm after an airplane slams the building you're in?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder, did they building,
isn't it? It's like, it's almost like it's happened in another part of the country, sort of thing. And you're building.
I wonder, when they were doing that, did they truly know the extent of like a 747 type aircraft, or did they just go, wow, something happened? Like, what did they know?
I don't think anybody knew nothing. Didn't know anything.
When we turned on the TV, the one tower was like all up in flames, and the news people are saying, we've heard reports that it was an airplane that crashed in, and Larry and I are watching this, and we're like, how could an airplane just crash into a building like that? It's got to be something else. And then we saw the footage of the second one come in, and we were just gobsmacked.
That was just I say incredible moment, but that's I kind of like gives it too much of an appraisal, really.
Yeah. Well, it's like the word fantastic used to also be used for bad things, but not anymore, right? But yeah, I know what you mean. It's just you could never believe it would happen. Yeah. But it's not going to be our thing all night here or anything. Yeah.
But absolutely, it should be mentioned. Like you say, it's all been overtaken, all the news, by some dumb fuck getting shot and killed.
a pedophile that draws a naked woman with very small breasts and uses signature as her bush is more important in the news.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose it kind of is now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing much more you can do about 9/11 apart from, say it was a hoax or again, or it's happened, it's gone, and it was it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Here, Alchemist has got a good one. He just did up here. Let me bring it up. Oh shoot! I forgot to do my whole image grab thing first. Sorry, everybody. 1 second. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. I screwed it up. I think that would be the right one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made it look like Bespin from Empire Strikes Back. He should have the Millennium Falcon flying majestically towards it.
The sound of a TIE fighter coming in, Hey, it does have a little bit of that City in the Clouds effect with the coloring,
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's it called again?
Well, Empire Strikes Back. Bespin Cloud City.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it. Okay, but that's a good one, Alchemist. Good. I think we'll flip the thumbnail to that. Yeah, probably appropriate. I mean, we did talk about it first, right? So, where else to go and what else to discuss and do? There's lots of.
Well, let's get Charlie Kirk out of the fucking way, the moron.
Yeah, I mean, he was a sorry ass sack of shit, but still,
Yeah. Yeah, I got some stuff to say about that, but yeah, I mean, everyone's talking about how there's no room for political violence in this country, referring to America, and then you just look at all the political violence that is happening right now.
Well, every Republican that says there's no room for political violence then has to turn to Donald Trump and tell him right off for pardoning everybody for January 6th.
January 6th, Peter Pelosi getting bashed in the face, and they all laughed at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the shooting of the Minnesotan governors.
Yeah, when it only matters that something happened because of their political ideology, everything is broken. We just can't be that. You can't. You can't be the guy who shows up in the ambulance and says, "Yes, but is he a Democrat or a Republican? Because I don't know if I should save him."
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, Charlie Kirk, he was an advocate for gun violence. Basically, he was quite, happy for it to carry on. It's going to happen. So. He should be quite happy with the result, really. I mean, it's what he would have dreamed of.
He himself tweeted, "If a few people have to die so that we can have our guns, so be it."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Or I'm paraphrasing, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah,
they'll put that on his tombstone.
Oh, they should. But even still, as much as I despise a person like that, this whole idea of him doing a rally, and when he does a rally, he also does an open Q&A. So if you don't like him, you can go there and talk to him and take him to task. But bullets? We've just got to be better than that in 2025. We have to be.
The other thing, what I find, if you take the assassination out of the game at the minute, this University of Utah, hosting this event, why are they hosting this event? Why are they popularizing this guy? Why are they giving him a showcase? I mean, he's a radical. We know he's a radical.
Yeah.
There's nothing fair about that. He's not like bipartisan, and he's just going to do a little debate and a little talk or anything like that. No, he's a radical far right.
But you can secure funding for the next few years and stuff by playing ball with the radicals because they hold the cards right now.
He was a rich man, I suppose.
But even still, I would have far more respect if you risk the funding like other institutions and didn't. It reeks to me of people that kind of agree with the ideology, right?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, it is Utah.
Yeah, right.
Just like leaving you with that statement like that. But
isn't Utah Mormon territory as well?
People I feel sorry for are his family and his kids.
Oh, for sure.
Had to put up with that schmuck for so many years,
and
now they don't have to. So
that's true. That's true.
Silver lining.
Once they get over it, right? Because there will be, unless you truly hated daddy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I had a good household, so I can't imagine hating a parent like that.
Yeah. So Trump is going to be posthumously awarding him with some kind of fucking medal and having a day of memorial for him, and he's almost going to give him like a state funeral with crowds of people there. He says,
"Wow,
yeah, what a schmuck."
Wow, what's he getting? The Epstein Award for keeping secrets?
Yeah, he's getting the good old pussy grab medal.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's. I mean, let me just go to this. Right, I'm gonna. Oh no, fuck! It went. I had a.
That's what she said.
I had a thing on the internet here, and it got updated and it's disappeared.
Oh no, I hate those sites. Oh, they drive me nuts.
But it was some. I was going to copy and paste it as well. I was going to, but it was some woman basically talking about how the fact that I know, it's not. We shouldn't be celebrating his death or anything like that, but we should also look at the way that him and his MAGA, trolls have basically been antagonizing. Teachers or anyone in academia who say anything against them, or or gay, lesbian, or anything like that. They've been literally hounding them, harassing them, sending them death threats all the time, and that's basically because all his like little underlings, his little brown shirts, who follow him, just pick up what he says and they go out hounding and harassing people. And that is, I know it's not like violence, but it's pretty much fucking akin to it. When you're driving people out of their careers, their educational careers, because they're being harassed.
Or their lives, areas, and blah, there's many examples of that same, exactly. It's just the idea of these political lines being everything in your life, and it has to be us versus them, and it's a fight that has to be won. Don't you see that the Republican, the MAGA thing of we want control and we want to keep it? That's no longer democracy or freedom or anything. Why would you want that for your country? How could you even be a part of this as a citizen? Because if they can turn on somebody else, they can turn on you just as quick.
Yeah. Oh, that bloody jerk on Fox News. Can't remember which one he is. The slick head, little black, dark haired git. Can't remember his name. Forgot it. But he was there saying, well, now they've declared war on us.
Yeah.
This is war now.
Yeah.
What? You're declaring war on an ideology.
Yeah, the political lines didn't go to war over Kennedy's assassination. The fuck?
Yeah.
It's just, you can't be this extreme. There's nothing that will ever get done for the people if those in power are only interested in taking down the other people that also want power. if politics is only about fighting to keep power and not about what's good for the people, we all lose. So we might as well get rid of the whole damn works of them and start fresh with a whole new group.
You might as well just let Putin take over at this point, you know.
No.
I mean, you got the fucking, now Trump has claimed the Department of Defense is now called the Department of War.
Yeah, and he's done the whole, Chicago's going to find out why we call it that. It's Chicago, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine Montreal, Quebec declaring war on Toronto, Ontario? The fuck?
Well, I mean, I know people say Chicago is violent. It's not that violent. I do know a guy who was actually the tail gunner on the school bus. So it's not all bad.
He survived, right?
Kids didn't.
But the whole idea of Chicago being, murderous and dangerous, all big cities have areas that suck. It's kind of how it works. But Chicago's like number 25 in the last study that was done in dangerous cities in America. And a lot of the ones above it are all Trump voting cities. Why aren't they there, Donald?
Do you think Donald is watching too many James Cagney movies?
You know what? I'll say it. I'll say it completely out loud. I know it's a bit conspiracy sounding, but hear me out here. I think, there's a few people I know that would agree here. Trump's getting the troops on the ground and using any BS means he can come up with to keep them there. Because the idea is, if you include getting rid of mail-in voting with troops on the ground in Democratic voting, Democrat cities voting, right? What you have is a situation where Trump can lock the city down right at voting time, and that city can't vote, and all those votes that would be for the Democrats are gone because they can't vote. I believe that is the true end game here, along with just authoritarian state, get used to it, this is how I do things bullshit, right?
Well, I don't know how let's see how that pans out. I mean, because in Washington, D.C., his 30 days of emergency are up.
Yeah.
So those troops effectively have got to leave.
Yeah.
Even though they shouldn't have been there in the first place, that's neither here nor there. But apparently, their time is that this so-called emergency is up, so they have to be shipped out. And the same will happen in Chicago. You'll have your 30 days of so-called emergency, but then they have to leave. But then, as we all know, Trump doesn't give a flying monkeys about the law.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many games going on, and where do you trace it back to? Always Project 2025.
Yeah. You know what? I've never actually looked at those documents, and maybe on hindsight I should have done. There's a website I have saved. I'll give you a link. And they always point out where in the project this stuff fits in and so on. Is it Project 2025 Bingo? Yeah. I've got 4 different markers going because I really want to win. I think that card must be pretty full by now. You ever see one of those crazy old broads at bingo that can run like 16 bingo cards at once? Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I've been to Yorkshire. I think those people, they're created by whack-a-mole children, going to the fair and stuff, right? Whack-a-mole trains you for bingo. It's good. It's definitely up there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. They must be able to put them into some good use somewhere along the line. I don't know what. Yeah. They'd be good at what's that game? Like Missile Command or something. Yeah. just so long as they got big markers to place down with the prisoners in the forehead. Yeah. Oh, and of course, Trump went to the US Open, which is interesting. Oh, yeah, he got a lot of booze there. Yeah, did you see the footage from the restaurant? I was going to get to that. I was going to get that. You're rushing me. You're rushing me.
Hey, don't say that.
We'll get to that as well. Yeah. Yeah. So no. Trump being booed at the U.S. Open now. A memo basically went out to all the media. Make sure that there's no sign of demonstration or dissent towards the president in any media. And basically, so what they did, I mean, you see the raw footage and people booing and everything, and then the footage that went out on screen, they've overdubbed it with extra cheering to drown out all the booing.
Yeah. I can't believe they actually did that.
How North Korea is that?
Didn't anybody realize that people in the crowd have cell phones and social media accounts? How can you be that stupid?
Well, they've always been following flat earthers and thinking, well, if you see a video of a rocket takeoff, that could be faked. But all the people there, well, they must be fake too.
Just like a Will Smith concert. Oh, he did fake it.
So there they go. All the people at the U.S. Open were, bad actors.
Yeah, paid insurgents.
Yeah. Well, actually, if they were bad actors, then why didn't they just pay them not to boo? I don't know what would be the point.
Exactly, right? Yeah. The idea that he actually asked. I mean, Nixon didn't even ask people not to boo him. No,
he didn't ask. He told the media, just don't do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a request. It was a command.
Yeah. He just said to Cronkite, "Look, I won't share that good brandy with you."
He wouldn't anyway. He's a teetotaler, isn't he? Yeah, Trump.
Yeah.
If you don't trust him now, the protest at the DC restaurant. I mean, let's before we even get to the protest. I mean, it was hilarious. It was hilarious that he says, it's so safe. It's so safe to go to a DC restaurant. So he goes a couple of blocks away from the White House to some fucking super expensive franchise. Joe Biden's. He goes to Joe Biden's restaurant, and and he's surrounded by security details. The 2 blocks have been cordoned off.
Yeah, exactly.
Black trucks everywhere, and he's going, "Oh, it's so safe to walk in DC."
Yeah, you can hear the crickets.
Not mugged.
Yeah.
And then somehow you get all these people that get into the restaurant while he's there and start calling him modern day Hitler and free Palestine and all that kind of stuff. And
it was free DC, free Palestine, Hitler, or Trump is the modern Hitler of our time.
And free shrimp on the Thursday.
Oh yeah, of course, right?
Yeah. It was the restaurants. It was the cooking staff.
Yeah, I'll pay for the sauce, but you set up the shrimp, right? Well, yeah, and then they got the protest. They're like, enough, right? And Trump tried to smile and look like he was taking it well, but you could see he was like, "I want them dead,"
Yeah, but the thing is, I wonder if they're like having a meal at the restaurant, and they go, "Hey, I know how we're getting out of here without paying."
Yeah, that was a dine and dash, right? Yeah. All we have to do is tease the orange bastard and they'll kick us out. But that whole thing in the restaurant, man, I found that to be funny as hell. You could see in his face, he was like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes,"
Everywhere I go. Yeah.
I
don't understand because everybody loves me.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
All those people that wipe my ass with golden toilet paper all day tell me I'm amazing. How can there always be people booing me? I don't get it.
It's funny because I was in the Oval Office the other day, and everyone was telling me how great I am.
Exactly. They all line up and bring me gifts. It's amazing.
No one booing me.
Yeah.
steps out the front of the door of the White House. Boo! Boo!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's almost to the point where he steps out of the royal bedroom in the White House, and people start booing him. You know,
well, Melania's in there.
Yeah. She boos him as he leaves. Right. We should shout out here.
Hang on, let me finish off this bit because he must have to go to the doctor because he keeps going to the doctor and say, I keep hearing this weird noise in my ears. Everywhere I go, I keep hearing this noise. Boo, boo.
Yeah.
Must be some kind of tinnitus or something.
I think it's like The Simpsons. No, they're saying boo earns, and he believes it, right?
Anyway, you were saying.
Oh, yeah. We do have a shout out from earlier because Ohms re-upped as a beer drinker member around here. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ohms. Love some member action. Huge thanks indeed. Hey, we got to do a shout out as well because we got our team fundraiser going on. Yes. So a couple people on the team, this and that and so on. There's a technology upgrade so that people that work in the news collection moderator team and everything can actually do what they do. And we're at $930 out of $1,800 raised. We have started fixing things for people, and
apparently Carpasian has now got a new abacus to do.
That's right,
AI. Yeah,
he's almost found Atlantis, so it's coming, right? Yeah. He just needed a couple extra, slidey things on wires, and he figured out. But it's a really worthy cause because there's some really important shit in there, both for the channel and for people personally. So the link is pinned in the top of the live chat, and I'll double check the description because I don't think the link is in there, but I can fix that.
Yes, we're trying very hard to get PJ seen at the cybernetic anus transplant. So,
yeah. Can you imagine with a bionic colon how useful he could be?
do. Yeah, just load him up with ping pong balls and let him.
Oh, it'd be like Winona Ryder in a South Park movie.
Thunk. So talking about firing ping pong balls at your ass. Russia sending drones into Poland. Oh, hello, Poland.
Yeah,
just dropping by to say hi.
So this is an interesting little piece of conversation because there's a few angles and things to look at. But before, I just want to make sure I've got sufficient alcohol content. So hold on one second.
Yeah. I was going to basically say, as if you didn't know. Of course, people know. You follow this shit closer than I do. But Article 4 has been invoked, but Article 4 is just like, let's think about this a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of a weak article before you hit number 5, which is like, the do or die bit.
Yes and no, because as I understand it, things were set up so that Article 4 gets invoked before 5, just to make sure that people are talking and sharing info and all ready to go and stuff, kind of. Right. I saw 2 things on this today by people that I, trust to bring me decent information. And there was also 4 hasn't been done in a long time. And the last time it did something or other, there is an exclusion or a something to that. But, all in, I think there could be continued conversation that's way more valuable now than it has been for a long time. More than that, though, I really see Russia as totally pushing to see, does anybody over there got backbone and whatnot? This is
absolutely. That's definitely what Russia is doing. I mean, Russia always does that. flying their bears out into airspace and testing. Testing the air. Well, what would we say, the worthiness of air superiority in different areas of the of the NATO nations.
Plus, they're also learning about response times and capabilities. Like, if you look at the amount of drones that did incursion into Polish airspace and look at how many were shot down, it's not a healthy ratio.
No. What kind of drones were they? They weren't weaponized drones so much, were they?
I don't know that one. That's a good point. Yeah.
I think they were just surveillance drones.
Yeah.
They looked a bit cheap.
Well, they're those kind of things where from like 30 feet away, as you're running up to it, as it's sitting on the grass or whatever, it looked really cool, but you get up close and it looks like it's made out of paper mache.
Yeah. It's a Pepsi bottle with a balsa wood stick on it.
yeah. But even still, if it works, it works. And if it's cheap, it's cheap. So, mocking it for being, a little bit jank, if it worked, it got there, right?
No, I'm not mocking it. I'm not mocking it.
I was a bit, but no,
it's more down to the fact is like, they weren't sending across, top-notch military drones to
No, it was very much poking the bear to see what it would do.
It literally had like a big rubber finger that came out and just like poked.
Yeah, Duncan Stewart in the chat is saying that the whole thing with the balsa wood and the plastic, it's the super low radar signature. It virtually doesn't exist, right? I could see that making a lot of sense as well. Plus, I mean, balsa wood, why is it in toy planes? Because it's lighter than fuck, right? And it works. Like you can stress it to make in cars, like the old tubular race car super leggera frame, right? It works. One piece is wimpy, but put it together and you got structure, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit about that because the Mosquito aircraft was basically like built out of plywood. So
yeah.
Like one of the most awesome aircrafts in the Second World War.
Yeah.
So
and there's been smaller little things people have flown and stuff where a third of the chassis is like tensioned wire. Cool stuff though, but I like that picture. That was a good one. Alchemist is working hard tonight.
Oh, so he hasn't given us a picture of PJ CNET's cybernetic anus though.
Well, no, but there's this strange set of testicles. I wasn't bringing the picture up though. No,
I'd like to see him run that through the AI system. And yes, and of course we've got Robert F. Kennedy doing his shit again. And in response, Bernie Sanders had a fantastic
conniption fit.
Well, he had a press meeting or whatever you want to call it, but he had like a whole bunch of doctors and nurses and scientists all there basically talking about how RFK's destruction of the vaccination process
is just killing people.
It's just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're all fighting it.
There's long been these weird conspiracy theorists. Like I remember during COVID, this one girl that works at the gas station, I went in one day and she was like, "Did you hear Bill Gates has ordered 2 billion must die?" And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." Right. But now we've got a health dude who's in charge of all the health dudes who's saying all this stuff that has actually enabled children to survive all these crappy diseases that used to kill people all the time. Let's get rid of it. It's almost, and they're deporting all these people. It's almost like they figure that robotics and AI is really going to fend for them for the most part. And they don't need the lower classes to do the shitty jobs anymore, right? Just get rid of them.
Mind you, Bill Gates has just come back from a flight from Utah wearing a T-shirt saying "1 down, 2 billion to go."
Yeah. But like, so this is what I say. You know, everywhere you turn right now, driverless cars for taxis. I would rather have somebody make a living doing the job. We can have driverless deliveries, but why not just have drivers? I mean, everybody out there should resist this shit. Like robots that do a lot of the car making, it used to be that was supposed to be to make the cars cheaper. But nowadays, it's $80,000 to buy an electric pickup truck. And that's with base features, right?
Yeah. Costing more. It's going to be, you have to replace them more often.
Yeah. So the whole thing is failed because they just were not, so I say call a cab, call an Uber, fuck all that shit.
Transportation tube.
Yeah.
Like in what's that thingy? What was the thing with Fry and Bender and the robot? The Simpsons. Futurama with the transport tubes and the suicide booth. There you go.
But yeah, what I guess what I'm saying is support humans, not non-humans. If there's an option to have a driverless taxi, call a service that actually pays a human and gives them a wage. They're not going to give you
Tesla self-driving taxis.
Well, I missed half of what you said. You were totally washing out to me.
Yeah, so you got to get the Tesla self-driving taxis because they need a human to sit in the passenger seat while the car's driving.
No, fuck Tesla. I want somebody who's actually, because with that, as soon as the car is actually doing its job, they're going to get rid of the person, right? Just employ humans. If you go to a drive-through for a fast food joint and they try to use some AI thing to take your order, go somewhere else. Vote with your wallet. Humans first. Fuck this shit.
Well, I think the funny thing is about taxi services is Uber screwed it all up for most taxi services anyway. Because you used to just ring up. You'd have a bunch of numbers for a taxi service and local ones or whatever.
I still do it that way. I refuse to. Yeah.
If you know what I mean, though, you call a taxi and they'll come round. Now you do it all online, and the kids love it because they don't have to talk to people. So it's
because they're too busy talking to people online to talk to the person to order. That's
a lot of this is the younger generation's fault. Dare I say? Because
you're not wrong.
A lot of them just don't like talking to people.
Yeah.
But
even still,
how many times I talk to my kids and say, "Well, I need to do this thing," so we'll just call them up. Yeah, no, but I can do it online, and then I don't have to talk to anybody.
But now I would rather have a dispatcher still because you got more jobs. But if the cab company wants to do an app so that the millennial Gen Z whatever person doesn't, and that I still say the car should be driven by a human, because if you're supporting taking somebody's job away, then it's going to happen to you, bitch.
You also have these things of the horror stories, and I bet you a lot of these stories are put out by the driverless car suppliers, where the taxi drivers are abusive or they're rapists.
Yeah. But for every bad cab driver, there's going to be a bad thing about a driverless cab thing. Right? You're going to get Johnny Cab, and it's going to, get all psycho on you and blow up or whatever. But jokes aside, you know what I mean? I would still rather have people. I just, I don't want to get in one of those driverless cars and have it hurl me down the road. And one day, that whole thought experiment, it can either drive me off a cliff or drive me through some school children that are crossing the road. Well, it's going to choose me, right? But a human could probably, if they're a professional driver, choose neither and actually contain the situation. And if you don't believe me, watch what a real professional driver can do behind the wheel of a car and tell me you trust an autonomous car to be that fucking skilled. No way.
You might have a racist driver and just goes, "Oh, it's only brown."
Jesus. Yeah. Hold on, they could be Democrats, or
Look at them bounce.
Yeah, exactly. But I totally
Well, that's the funny thing is like humans seem to be turning into assholes. Yeah, so maybe the robots are the safer bet. Although I don't know how long it'll be before robots turn into assholes too.
Like, look at it this way: if we rely on AI and stuff for music and not humans, punk rock wouldn't just be punk rock. They'd start launching missiles at us. Mm-hmm. We don't want that, right?
I don't know, but that's pretty punk rock. It's quite a spectacle.
Yeah. Yeah, here we got a good one with the whole idea of the Tesla. Personally, I think Tesla is going to crash and burn in this self-driving car thing big time because Musk pulled stupid and took LiDAR and all other sensors out of the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. That looks like that tree jumped into the middle of the road. It was an attack.
Yeah, well, if it did, I offer my backyard as a safe place, tree. Come on over.
He's got the legs for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna create an ant sanctuary. But
no, what you got to do is create an ant sanctuary.
Yeah.
And train the ants to hate Tesla and to attack. Eat Teslas.
Mm-hmm.
Find some kind of African bee that just hates Teslas.
That's a good idea.
Just just lands on them and just buzzes around menacingly.
The Bee Movie, but it's like now that the copyright's done, some horror movie guy's done a version.
Yes.
But yeah, and I'll take that whole thing with humans further. You go to a restaurant, and instead of having somebody that'll take your order, they want you to scan a QR code to put an app in your phone. That app is stealing information about you and selling it through a service. And because of that, they don't have to pay extra employees. You're literally getting mined as a person so that they can save money. No.
No. You know what? And then still charge you service charge on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who am I paying the service charge to?
Yeah.
I didn't even see anybody.
Yeah, I don't need you to spend money on an app, or at this point, I bet there's a company out there that makes an app and the restaurants just skin it for themselves. So that means we're paying the restaurant to pay a company, right? So now there's all kinds of payments coming out of it, and they're just ripping our information out of our phone blind to do it. Whereas you could have just had somebody come and give me a menu. Why all of that? You know why? Because the information they get out of your phone is so valuable, it makes it so they can operate the restaurant at a break even or even a loss because of what they'll make selling your shit, especially in a big city and in a tourist area or something. You're fucking right, man.
There was a Rachel Maddow's video I saw yesterday. I was going to send you a link to it. I thought, why bother? You never fucking look at them anyway. But it was.
I like her.
Yeah, no, but she was talking about some spyware system that was developed in South Africa, quite a few years ago, and there was a big hoo-ha about it being used because it can be forced onto people's phones. You don't have to click on something. You're not installing malware. It can be forced into people's phones, and it literally takes control of everything.
Yeah.
So this South African software company I've just been paid like a huge sum of money by ICE.
Yes.
So ICE can now, like, take over people's phones and track them, switch the microphones on, switch the cameras on, track them, do all this kind of shit. And that's
I think this is the same company that was the first to actually backdoor an iPhone and get information out for law enforcement that without the passwords and everything, right?
Yeah. So they're back in action.
You know what I say? I understand tech pretty good, right? These guys must be analyzing the core of the ARM technology that is the basis for all these phone processors, because how else can they defeat different operating systems and stuff? So it's got to be so at the core. They must have some Bob Knoll kind of Intel engineer, extravagant savant on the team, right?
Yeah. It's getting into the system just by the phone beaming packages around the network, and it's getting in there, underneath the operating system.
Exactly. That's hardcore stuff, right?
So if that's what they're going to do, I mean, I don't know how easy it is for them to do it.
Yeah.
But you can imagine is that they can just like throw a switch, and like everybody's phone in America, is not being tracked, followed, and nobody knows about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, quite literally, everyone's just going to throw their phones away.
This is why I resist every company that wants to put a fucking app on my phone. I just no. My phone. Like the phones these days, they have 128 gigs, 256 gigs, and blah, blah of storage. And mine is like 8% used, right? It's, the only thing I use the storage for is pictures of my son or whatever,
Yeah. Pictures and video. Yeah, that's what you want storage for, or your iTunes,
Yeah, I barely have enough.
Although people don't have to do that anymore, because you go onto iTunes and it just does it through the fucking phone.
Yeah.
You don't even have to download them anymore.
Yeah. I had this funny thing happen yesterday. I was telling Doug pre-show, my neighbor, psycho ex-girlfriend took his phone. He's trying to log into things and reset and lock them out and all this. And at the moment, he's waiting for a modem to be sent to him from the new internet company he signed up with. So he doesn't even have internet. He brings his computer and stuff over to my house to plug in. It was kind of a nightmare, but I understand he was panicking, right? So I let him do it. And he's got this phone company. It's like one of these weird prepaid phone companies. They're in Canada, and putting the SIM card of his phone line into a new phone wouldn't work until he downloaded their app and signed in. I had never seen that before in my life. I've changed phones and phone companies and blah, blah. I mean, I'm a tech guy. I geek out on phones and stuff. Well, I used to when they were cool. And I'd never seen that before. And because he was trying to recover his Google account, he couldn't sign into the Play Store to get the damn app to unlock his SIM card so he could receive the text messages for the 2-factor codes to reset his accounts. He was trapped. It was just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, This is why from now on, with Apple or Google or whatever, depending on if you're Android or Apple, this is what I recommend you do, just in case you get locked in a stupid situation like that. One day you're going to have a phone that's so used and old. Is it really worth selling? No. But because it's signed into all your shit and can be used as a yes, I authorize, keep that motherfucker. That's what I suggest you do, because after watching his dance, I'm getting myself or I'll just keep this phone when I upgrade, but I'm keeping one that's all ready to go so that I have a backup. Oh yeah. It was crazy, man. It was like the hackers can get my shit easier than me. It was so funny.
Oh, maybe we should get in contact with them.
Yeah, you know, it was getting annoying to me though. Last night, like it took half my evening. Really, you know.
what he used to do, what he does is he just sits in front of his phone and says, "God, the hackers can get into my phone easier than me." 2 minutes later, he gets a message: "Hi there, we're hackers.
Yeah,
we heard your call for help.
yeah.
Send us $100 in iTunes cards, and we'll unlock your system for you."
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. But, crazy stuff. I mean, I get it's good to see that if somebody's just an idiot and trying to get at you out of revenge, you got a good chance of saving it. I kept telling them the whole time. I was like, look, just get the numbers and call and say, look, this is what's going on. Just lock my shit down. And, I'll do the whole send you my ID photocopy thing. And then that way,
But what's interesting about all this is, the freedom of the computer and the internet and all that kind of stuff was supposed to make things easier. Easy access to information, easy access for shopping, easy access for banking, all these sort of things. It's just got so fucking complicated now. Most people spend, half their life at this moment just swearing.
Yeah.
Fucking log in up your bastard.
I know.
I got to go to this other. I got to go to my Google authentic.
Exactly.
I've got work, because they like to keep things locked down. So you have like these like authenticators. You got Google Authenticator.
Yeah.
But I've got on my phone, because I work with so many different people, about 5 different authenticators. Right? No, I get a page comes up, right now, go to your authenticator to authenticate. Go, but which fucking one?
Yeah.
So I go to like 2 or 3, and I say, here's your number, and I put the number in, and go, no, that doesn't work. I'll go to the other one and try that one instead. Because because I have these different companies.
Yeah, exactly. You got different servers you're logged into to put in the footage and everything. Yeah.
But I'll have the same company on 3 different apps because they've changed their authenticator.
That's helpful. That's helpful. Yeah.
So you'll see it in the authenticator. Say, well, there you go. There's the authenticator. Put the number in. No, it doesn't work. It must be another one. Must be one of the other ones. And it's kind of, you get into that game of misremembering incorrectly which one it was, because you think, that was the one I used last time. No, that was the one I used last time.
That failed first. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
And you can never actually fucking remember.
Yeah. Me with the dyslexia thing, that's what happens with spelling, right? And I always jumble a couple of things, right? You
always spell it wrong.
Yeah, because it's programmed in that wrong is right. Yeah, that fucks you up. Hey, we got a super sticker in. Optic in the chat. It's the little pear guy with the headband on. With the headband on, he kind of looks like the singer from Loverboy from that one video. And he's like doing the whole Bachman Turner overdrive. Hey, you. Yeah, I don't really know the lyrics. Cool one. Thanks, Optic. Awesome.
Yeah, talk very much.
Yeah. You see, it's
your clarity of optics.
Yeah, Optic gets it, right? It's the let me just scroll back there. It's the red in the center with the white on the outside. It's totally the same headband that dude wears in that video, or maybe was it wristbands? But it was like, in the 80s when people would actually wear sweatbands on their wrist just because they were.
Yeah, that was John McEnroe.
Yeah. I liked him as a kid. He was an angry motherfucker. He was funny, man.
He was angry when he got older as well.
Yeah. I think he came out of the womb angry, The fuck was that landing?
Yeah, just on the wrong side of the chalk dust.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be kidding me. That was in.
I was in.
Open your fucking eyes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he was awesome. Yeah. He brought a lot of attitude to things. Can you imagine that guy being in tennis now? There was no way he would. They wouldn't let him be on TV, right?
The thing is, well, I remember, McEnroe. I mean, he actually spawned a um single in the UK. I think it was just called Chalk Dust. It's like, yeah, it's all like stupid, songs that just come out of fucking nowhere. It's a joke song, and it was, and us as kids, we all knew it.
Oh, that's funny.
I can't remember it now. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, that was a blast.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. Yeah. I remember as a kid, I thought he was so cool. I actually watched tennis and started playing it and stuff just because, I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
Totally. Plus,
I was cool playing tennis before McEnroe.
Oh, yeah. My parents got us a membership at the tennis club, so I had keys and, we could go up at like midnight and sneak out and go get wasted in there and stuff. It was really cool.
I used to, I've told this story before, but I used to play at the Peterborough Lawn Tennis Club. Very, 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 very posh. And it used to drive them mad because while I'm playing, I would be doing like a commentary. and the crowd did 30 love.
Like what's his name in Caddyshack, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I haven't even seen Caddyshack at that point. I was already doing it, but yeah,
impressive.
It used to drive people fucking insane. People that go on about the grunts, people grunting in tennis.
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, that's so distracting. Now imagine some prick playing opposite you, and he's doing the commentary while you're trying to play the game.
Yeah.
And the commentator is not in your favor.
Yeah. My dad used to say with tennis, you can always tell men's tennis from women's tennis if you're not watching, because one sounds like pregnancy and one sounds like sex.
I'm not too sure which one's which.
I'm not. I just said yes. Do you notice that your rum and coke isn't full because I drank a third of it in bringing it to you?
Yeah.
I used to sneak his drinks all the time.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I think he knew because he'd be like, "Here, you want to get me another?" Sure. And I'd go into the kitchen and it'd take me a minute because I'd mix his drink. Then I'd snag like a half of it, and then I'd have to top it up again and bring it back out. There's no way he couldn't. Well, he was drinking it, so he wouldn't smell it. But I bet my mom would, because she'd be drinking some rosé wine or something, and I'm snagging his rum and cokes. They must have been on my breath, right?
No, I think your household was so full of alcohol fumes. The only danger of anything happening in that house is someone lighting a match.
Yeah. It was always combustible after midnight.
The canary was dead by midday, or passed out.
Yeah. Well, I've told you before, right? My father was right into gardening, but he didn't really seem like the kind of guy that would be into gardening. And one day when I was like 17, he explained it to me. He was like, look, if I go to the bar and get drunk, I come home and I get in shit. But I can play in the garden and drink all day, and your mother makes me supper.
Yeah.
So
by gardening, you mean sit in the shed
Yeah, well, no, he was we had beautiful, it was almost like golf course and whatnot. Like he drank a lot. So, yeah. I was 17 when he told me that, but and as soon as he told me, I was like, I see it. It's been there for years, right? Yeah, that was around the same time that I found the big chunk of hash in the one toolbox. Yeah. I had no idea up until then that he was a smoker too. It was really funny.
You say it was hash. It was just like cleaning putty.
No, I smoked some of it. It was hash. No. And he noticed that I smoked some of it. And he even said to me, he said, feel free to have some, not all, some, but don't tell your fucking mother. No problem. So then I had free hash for a while. Don't get the wrong idea. He wasn't some kind of wasted, drunken father or something. He was.
No, but you're doing a good impression of that.
Yeah. I was just realizing, he was a head office executive in a big department store chain, and he made serious money. We weren't poor family at all by any means.
You weren't born a poor black child.
Yeah, no, I just became one. One second. There we go. Elvin Archer in the chat says, Dawson Sr. sound like a top dude. It was really cool, actually. He was like a total white collar business guy. And I started into all the music stuff and whatnot. I even taught myself how to do multi-track recording with just like this ghetto blaster I had. And when my guitar teacher pointed out that 4-tracks and all that shit exist, my father instantly got me a 4-track recorder, and I had a drum machine and so on. I mean, I had all the cool early microcomputers and stuff, and it was pretty cool. It really it helped. Wow!
I was watching some old BBC archive stuff the other day.
I noticed that channel's being pushed to me on YouTube right now too.
Oh, I don't know which one it is, but it's different. It's different stuff. It's like, but they were talking about DOS versus Gem. Graphic.
Gem kicked ass. Sorry,
graphic interfaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because it was so old. The way they had to describe it to the audience, because it was so totally alien. It was like they're saying, well, imagine you're walking into an office building and you're trying to go to such and such a place and you don't know what floor it's on and stuff like that. Yeah. It was incredible to like take it down to that level. And the guy was saying, yes, well, sometimes a gem architecture is great for people, but sometimes the old ways are the best. And they were showing like the Apple Macintosh thingy. Showing how to work around, and it was like click, clonk, clonk.
Yeah. You remember the
windows appearing?
Yeah. You remember those ads in the mid 80s from Apple, and they were literally like an ad that explained what a mouse was?
Yeah, remember we had this conversation the other day. I completely bypassed that period. Right.
Yeah, but they were on TV. Oh, maybe not in the UK so much. No.
I was at university. We didn't have a fucking TV.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But I know it's kind of funny that I was at university and I was actually learning computer programming and stuff like that at the university. I didn't have a computer. Didn't know what was going on the outside world.
Wow, interesting.
I didn't know what time the bar was open.
surprising. Like, knowing you, I'm surprised you didn't have an Amiga 500. Oh, that was until like 87, right?
Yeah. 87. Yeah. I still wouldn't have done university by then.
Yeah, because like 85, that was Amiga 1000 territory, and they were like $2,000 with a monitor and everything, right?
I was at university during the period when the Amstrad kind of like PC. Well, I wouldn't even call them loans. Yeah, they were like a PC, but they weren't.
Oh, yeah. They even had one that was like a 386, but it also had a Genesis in it.
Yeah, they were basically working on their own kind of like OS and their own gem system, and
Elvin Archer, that could be the 1512. I watched quite a bit of UK computer stuff because you guys had shit we didn't get, right? You know.
Yeah, because there were two people at university I knew. One was Meridian Mike. And he got a like a multi-stack CD player. He blew his university grant on buying that.
Blew his whole wad right on it, right?
And he had Brothers in Arms as the CD.
Brothers in Arms is one of the first albums that was purposely mixed to go to CD. Sounded so good. Yeah,
but he could play it 14 times a day, and and I guarantee you lose patience with it.
Probably his only CD, right? You know. Yeah.
Okay, but the other guy was Mark Honori, and we called him Mark Honori because he just made shit up as he talked, telling stories about his life and when he was working for the SAS and all this kind of shit. But he was he was the one that was like one of the first guys at university who had his own desktop computer in his room, and it was one of these Amstrad thingies,
right?
And it was like, well, what can you do with it? I can do word processing.
Exactly. Yeah, those early days of computers, it was like, well, what's it good for? Oh, it can do all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, I don't do any of it, but it can do it. You know,
I haven't got the software for it.
Exactly.
And of course, pre-internet, getting software on your computer. I mean, I think people who own a computer these days and who have never owned a computer in the past have got no idea what it's like. I mean, Google Chrome, right? I want Google Chrome on my computer. Bim, 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 Google Chrome. Go to Google, Chrome.com, download it, bang, it's in my computer. Yeah. That back in those days. Yeah, you had to somehow find someone that sold you a disc.
Yeah, or a tape, or Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh hey, we got a shout out to do here because we got UTV and Ham in the chat there, donating directly into the Shills support fundraiser. So big shout out there, UTV and Ham. Thank you. Awesome.
Our team will be most appreciated.
Yeah. Here. I'm not supposed to say this, but somebody's having themselves a pornography-filled evening. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what? Are you spying on people again?
Yes, somebody needed a real break. I'm just saying. Yeah. I actually have a donation to put into that coming up as well, because surprisingly enough, I usually keep pretty good track of things. And so there was a bit of money to put into the Car for Ukraine fundraiser, and I got that put in from PayPal, the direct donation stuff. And I think AdSense doesn't kick in until like the 22nd or something like that, because there's been a few super chats for that too. But I was expecting to log into PayPal today and see like $6 because somebody's Ko-fi membership came through, and I logged in and there was a bit more. So I started looking through, and there was a direct donation for the Shills fundraiser that I was probably too drunk to process and didn't know it was sitting there. So I'll get that in tonight too after we're done, so we can get it a little bit higher, like Trump cock higher. It's a bit, right?
Not quite Trump Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, this would be more like a penis meme coin.
Hey, talking of donations and shit like that. You remember I was talking about the guy whose name is emblazoned on the side of my Land Cruiser that went into Ukraine.
Yeah.
Lord Thrasher or whatever his name is. Can't remember off the top of my head. So I subscribed to his channel. I was watching one of his videos the other night. He does great history videos about the war machines, aircraft, and all of this kind of stuff. He's very, very tongue in cheek.
It's a bit like an Iron Maiden song.
Not quite, but the video I saw the other night, he mentions his he just briefly mentions at the beginning, Car for Ukraine. Come and support Car for Ukraine. So, and obviously in his description he's got a link. So I clicked on his link, and this guy isn't like pushing Car for Ukraine. He's not pushing. He's just mentioning it in his videos every now and then. I think he did it mostly this year. Just says a lot of nice things about Car for Ukraine and what they're doing, and they need their cars because they keep getting destroyed. I was thinking, oh shit, my car's out there can get blown up. But the point is, I'm getting at, as I clicked on this link, and he actually managed to raise like 22,000 pounds.
There's 2 or 3 creators in the Car for Ukraine fundraiser that do not do Ukraine videos. They just haphazardly throw in they're doing a fundraiser, link in the description, and they're really doing well. And to me, that shows how much the general public actually gives a fuck, right? Because it's not from somebody that's just pounding the thing down your throat, right?
Yeah, it's hammering, or you don't need to do that. I've also suggested to him that he should come on a show sometime, and he's absolutely up for it. So
I'm going to get a hold of Claire and say, because there's this thing. I only just figured this out. Claire taught me, Car for Ukraine, Claire. On WhatsApp, when I signed up, because I'm not a social media guy, but I had to, because there's a lot of Eastern, to me, folk over in Europe and stuff that love WhatsApp. I had to be on it, right? So when I signed up, it says, what's your name? Dick Dawson. What's your, who is your daddy and what does he do and all that shit, right? And so I'm on WhatsApp and I'm in these groups for these fundraisers and stuff, and I know a whole whack of people on WhatsApp, but nobody's name shows up. It's just their fucking phone numbers, and I never know who's who, and I have to scroll through and click and look at the conversation and go, oh, that's that person, and blah blah. And Claire finally told me I have to put people in the address book of my phone in order for their names to come up properly.
God.
How invasive is WhatsApp in my phone that I can't just have their names because of the service? No, I need beggar hooks into your phone. Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg, you fucking anal retentive piece of shit.
I don't like that shit either.
Oh, man. So now I got to go through and say to people and look and go, oh, you're so-and-so, add you to my book. Oh, you're so, and you know what I mean? It should just be on the service like Discord and shit. What the fuck? Talk about making it hard,
I sent you the message thread that I was having a conversation with this guy. So, you could just follow that and just send a message.
Yeah, I hate all this shit, And then
just through the old-fashioned way of email and YouTube comments.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the other thing, just like Carpasian Grunge thing says, WhatsApp and location and everything. So Apple computers have this cool thing. I know on Windows you can just install BlueStacks, Ask NANA, but and it'll let you run Android apps. So on the Mac, you can also run iPad and iPhone apps. So what I try to do with all this bullshit is just install the app on my computer, because then I can truly control what it gets at, which won't be very much. And with WhatsApp and I think Signal as well, the desktop app that I get is just an extension of the phone. And if I don't have the damn app on my phone, I get nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck
they're
off.
very restrictive. Yeah.
I don't need you in my phone, you bitches,
It's also, these crappy services. I had a couple of messages, come through on my phone. It's like, hey, you, what about this, fantastic opportunity sort of thing? And it's like, I know these have come from like a Telegram or a WhatsApp or some kind of thing that they've just like randomly found my number.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck off.
Yeah. There's a girl that used to have my number.
Dirty apps.
Oh, dude, there's a girl that used to have my phone number like 10 years ago, because I had to change my number like 8 years ago or whatever it was. It was annoying as hell. It turns out that every one of those companies annoy the hell out of me. And as much as I tell them it's my number now, not hers, they won't let it go. And she must have like used shitty finance companies to get things and stuff, because I'm constantly getting these texts. Oh, we have a great lineup of cars and blah, blah. And holy fuck, man. It's so annoying to have a phone, I would love to go back to the old. Yeah, I'd love to go back to the old rotary dial phone with a 15-foot cord that sits in my kitchen,
Oh, yeah, but you're looking and thinking, oh, I wish I could get email on this.
No, I don't, because
you'll get one of those. You'll get one of those Amstrad, emails. Things that were useless.
Oh, yeah. I would be happy for my communications to go back to that cool little box they had in France, and you could like kind of BBS board and stuff, whatever it was called.
Semaphore.
Yeah. But I mean, it's too much. It's too much. If you were to go through and figure out the apps that are actually honestly not trying to track you and steal your information out of your phone and stuff, and only keep those ones, your phone would basically just be a computer without software.
See, the thing is that really grinds my gears about this is, I'll get someone say, oh, I sent you a message. Oh, I didn't get it. Yeah, it's on your Facebook Messenger. Well, I haven't got Facebook Messenger open on my phone. I'm not running it. Or I sent it on a WhatsApp. I don't have it running.
Yeah.
I'm shut it down. I mean, I've got a phone. Send me a SMS text message. That's what they were designed for. I've got like unlimited data on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's not like the olden days where you had to spend money sending an SMS.
Exactly.
Send me a text message.
I understand using
a place to go to get all my messages.
Yeah, I understand using like a service for group chats and stuff or whatever, but even then, it's out of control. That was one thing. No company has figured this out like BlackBerry did. BlackBerry, in their infinite wisdom, which was really good, had a unified inbox for the shit you actually wanted to see. And it was a glorious thing. It was amazing. But now I have 9 different apps that are always screaming at me. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I've had received a phone call saying, yeah, I'm trying to get you on Microsoft Teams. Get onto Microsoft Teams, so I can talk to you. You're talking to me now on my phone.
I know. How frustrating is that? But we are communicating in real time at this moment.
Yeah. Why do I need to change?
I know. Oh, it's killing me. You know, sometimes
it's getting overcomplicated.
well, technology for the sake of technology isn't always the answer. You know, like a couple of my neighbors in my little cul-de-sac in my townhouse complex that I live in. A couple of them, I said, hey, you know, you guys are actually my friends. So instead of this blah, blah and stuff, just knock on the door.
You
know?
Yeah.
You know? Like, why text me?
In the olden days, it'd be like you go knock on your friend's door. Do you want to come out and play?
Yeah.
Now it's all done through a Facebook, group chat. So let's all meet down the park. Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, well, you mean the virtual park?
Yeah.
I don't want to go to a real park because there's all perverts there and pedos and everything. Let's go and hang out, in a cloud somewhere. Let's go to Roblox.
Like think of your neighbor. Your neighbor texts you. Do you have some sugar I could borrow? Yeah, sure. Okay. Can I come over and get some? Yeah. Well, I mean, I always have sugar and stuff. So just knock on the door with a cup and come and get it.
Well, it's good to know that you always have sugar. You might get that text.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'll fly some right over,
Just email it.
Yeah. But,
what about the day when you don't have any sugar?
I never let myself run out of those basic essentials. It's not going to happen.
Well, if your neighbors keep coming around stealing it, you get it by the sack road.
Yeah. No, but, a couple of
extra sugar for my neighbors.
Yeah. There's a couple of neighbors where we do like it, and it's fine because they're capable. They're always well stocked and it's fine. No big deal. Right. But then there's other neighbors where, disability checks were 2 weeks ago. So she'll be over in a minute to ask for something.
Your little outdoor cubby that you like to sit in.
Yeah. My smoking shed. Yeah.
Yeah. You should turn that into the community shop, a little store, and have cups of sugar, $1 a piece.
That's funny.
Cigarettes, but in singles.
Oh, dude, there's a couple of people in this complex because I'm smart and you know what? I'm not going to say that on the air. I'll say this in a private VC with everybody sometime later. But anyway, I'm smart and I don't spend that much on cigarette products. And a couple of my neighbors have caught on to that. And when they run short near the end of the month, and at first with the one guy, I was like, well, they cost me whatever. So here you go, just pay me back after. But then it happened again and again. And I was like, no. We're putting profit on this. There's no way.
I'm running out.
Yeah. If I have to order an extra carton each time to facilitate this nonsense, fuck that.
Yeah, there's a great thing you say. If anyone comes up to you, say, "Yeah, have you got a spare cigarette?" I said, well, I'm not too sure about spare because I'm kind of addicted to all of them and they all look delicious to me.
Oh, my response to that, or do you have an extra or do you have a spare? No, they don't. The pack doesn't come with extras.
Yeah.
If you're paying full retail price for a pack of cigarettes in Canada right now, a 20 pack of cigarettes will cost you somewhere around $17. That's almost $2 a stick.
I know it's nuts. I mean, I remember when I started. I remember where I started smoking, and like you get like a little tiny pack of tobacco for like, about 3 quid.
Cents. Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's like, 30 quid, and oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I hope I die soon because I can't afford to keep this going.
Yeah. Shills Live has got a good question there. Not so much. I don't even have to bother. I can order them and have them delivered.
No, you're doing it wrong.
No, I cannot. No, I'm doing that on purpose. I'm doing that on purpose. Right?
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see. Because
I know exactly what I'm doing. Yes, I do.
Yeah, nothing drives me mad on live streams when
I know
people answer a question. You know the question.
Yeah, but that's why I shouted out who asked, because everybody can go and read it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I make sure things are far more affordable. Holy, I have no choice. So no, that's another thing.
Well, I mean, the good thing is, they're going to be reclassifying tobacco products as a vegetable. So, go ahead and smoke your salad. Get on with it. It's good for you.
No, I prefer it's a fucking cucumber.
Have you had your 5 a day? Well, I've had 20 today, so I'm all right.
Gherkin, sir. Here's a lighter.
They'll probably be putting tobacco products on pizza.
Oh, hey, we got a good one here from none other than Jose there from the team. And it's a perfect message, too. Everybody like, share, and subscribe to what he says, and I agree with, is an amazing channel.
He says this amazing channel. He didn't say which channel he was talking about.
Well, this one.
We'll never know.
Yeah. Well, he's probably watching 5 live streams, and he meant to put that somewhere else.
Isn't it live? Damn it.
Because this is Memorex, right? We did this yesterday.
Oh, dear. Nick must be pulling his fucking hair out of the minute with his, his style of news reporting. It was like, oh, this is breaking news. Let me go on air. It's like, oh, fucking hell. I need to go for a shit sometime during the day. It's like, how is he picking and choosing at this moment in time? It's like, right, this is I'm going to run live with this. Oh no, this other things come out. I'll run live. No, I'll just let that slide. Oh, an assassination of a moron. That's not big news. I'll let that one go.
I think for Nick, there's only one choice here. And you got to go back in time to the 80s and take up a good old fashioned cocaine addiction, because that'll probably get you through.
Yeah.
How else can you keep up with what's coming out right now? I mean, it's got to the point where
he can't afford cocaine. Have you seen that suit?
Given to him by his poppy, he was,
took it off a homeless person.
Kicked him first.
It's the same with Mikado. I've noticed,
Mikado just had a community post out where some of the shootings, Minnesota, like local to him and stuff, had kind of PTSD'd him and whatnot. And then all of a sudden he's live with this mega fuck that got shot and whatnot. And I was thinking to myself, I hope you're all right, dude, because, you were just saying,
Yeah. But again, it's like, what do you go live with? I mean, there's so much shit going on at the minute. It's like, what do you run with as your main title anymore?
Yeah.
Well, each day now. I mean, I'm not joking about this, but when Trump first got into power, we were going, oh God, every week there's something.
I know.
Every week. And then,
and now it's twice a day.
Yeah. There's multiple things a day.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Even when the motherfucker is on the golf course, shit is going down. How, I mean, he can't even golf without cheating. You remember that clip from 60 days ago, whatever it was? Fat orange bastard had his caddy cheating for him.
Yeah. Well, he can't go on the golf course without being assumed dead.
Yeah.
I took one day off. Yeah. Donald, you've had about 900 days off since you've been in fucking power.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the clips of everybody sitting around the table praising Trump's leadership and whatnot and just kissing his fucking colon.
Yeah.
They're going to go down in history as some of the most embarrassing moments of American political history.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think Gavin Newsom needs to do a video like that with his team, his political team.
Oh my God. What an amazing idea. Gavin, if you're listening, get it done, buddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If anybody's got his phone number, let him know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Gavin, you're so amazing. You're so beautiful. You know, your silvery hair.
Yeah.
You silver fox, you.
Oh, every time you get out of the shower, when I hand you your towel, it's just magnificent.
I'll tell you what.
You know what?
Bernie Sanders should do it as well. That'd be even funnier.
You know, Gavin needs somebody to run his social media team that's called Bigger Balls.
I think Bernie Sanders needs to get into a sex scandal where there's images of him surrounded by 21-year-old Hooters girls and
Carolyn Levitt trying to pay him for a blowjob
or a strip club or something. Bernie Sanders gets sanded. rubbing that sander.
You know what? I know the song for that. It would be that song from the early 80s. I want to be a cowboy. And you can be my cowgirl.
Oh, dear.
1 second.
I'm scared to look that up. It's probably the video is probably going to be a bad thing. No, it just seems to me that at this moment in time, people in politics need to out stupid Trump in any way, shape, or form they can, just to show how fucking ridiculous it is. You know, even if you a fake image of Bernie hanging around a bunch of girls from Hooters or whatever. That would be hilarious to be running around social media. And of course all the MAGAites will be like, look, have you seen this? Oh, it's AI. It's AI. Have you seen this? Bernie Sanders, a fucking filthy bastard. Yeah. And our poor Donald Trump is being traumatized by the Epstein file. Leave him alone. I tell you one thing I noticed, that that photograph keeps coming up of Donald with Melania, and Epstein and Ghislaine. Yeah, the four of them.
Yeah,
in a photo, and I noticed an interesting thing from that image. I mean, we don't have the image there. You might be able to bring it up, but we don't have it. But there's an interesting what we would say point of interest of tits. Because Donald's got his hand around Melania. Melania's, she's beautiful, and her tits are up in the air going, oh, hello, here's my tits.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, look, just look at that. Her tits are there, right. Hey, stand to attention, chaps. Here's my tits.
Yeah.
They're up there. And now look at Ghislaine. It's like, oh dear.
Well, they're just one floor lower, right? If you're judging this by where the elevator goes, it's you know. There's another one too. There's this one where she's got her head up a bit. They use this one quite a bit too. Here, she's really, milking the pose here.
Yeah. Cracking
but
up a duck.
Even then, he's leaning in with his hand around her. She's leaning back a bit. She's like, "Oh my God, how long is it going to take for this rich fuck to die?"
Yeah, I can smell the type 2 diabetes from here.
Exactly, right? Yeah. She's going for it right now, and she's like, "Fuck, there's nothing there," right?
I can't. I mean, I can't put myself in her shoes. I mean, I couldn't do the heels for one thing. But I just can't imagine her going, this is the one.
Yeah, exactly.
This is sex pot on fat ankles.
Yeah,
this is the one I want to marry.
Yeah,
he's so gorgeous.
I mean, even there, he's already got a hairpiece, right?
Yeah. It's like, it's like the old question. What first attracted you to the multi-billionaire Donald Trump?
Yeah. And her answer would be, well, when he tried to fuck me in the limo and I realized his prick was so small, I'd never have to actually have sex with him. I figured, what the hell? Well,
that's right. They apparently had their first encounter on Epstein's plane.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I wonder how much he charged them.
We got turbulence at 35,000 feet. Snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
Well, not so much of a snake, more of like a puff adder.
Imagine being like a Trump child as you're growing up. You don't see your father. You don't see your father. He finally shows up 4 years later on your birthday with a new mommy.
Yeah.
And
a different shade.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at him in this picture and you can see he's not painted orange there. He's just got blush, right? You see that?
He's still rocking the red tie, though.
Oh, that's been his thing since,
Well, it's Russian ties, isn't it? We always talked about the Russian ties. He's always been wearing Russian ties.
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah, he likes it red.
Red raw.
So what do we got here? Okay, we're not bad. Close on time, but not done.
Windy downy.
Practicing the old dad lines, are you?
Yeah, we've got to put our audience to sleep.
Yeah,
a bit more than we've already done.
Probably a good idea, right? If we don't put you to sleep, y'all are going to drink too much, right? We don't want that. Actually, well, I want that. So you're welcome to super chat and donate and stuff.
Don't be an enabler.
Why not?
Don't talk to the chat.
Oh, you see, again, why not? Well, always make sure that others can achieve their goals.
Super chat, so Dick can get those those green health drinks that are made out of liquefied grass or something.
Oh God, are you kidding?
Yeah. Pre-chewed by cows.
I wouldn't even buy that for my neighbors. Jesus Christ! Pre-masticated for your health benefits.
Yeah. Get some broccoli in a blender.
Holy fuck!
Dash of vodka. Pep it up a bit.
Dash of vodka. It'd have to be 3/4, man. I was talking to my one neighbor, and he was like, "Yeah, we were just over at the store to get supplements." It's like, wow, he sounds like a YouTube ad. I didn't think that was real.
What do you call supplements? Oh, food.
I figure it was probably something to do with enemas and French people. I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
But he's, young, so he still he's got like a year and a half old, and he still thinks his life is his own. It's cute. He has no idea.
Get him an Android phone.
And then kick him off my Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, Apple have got a new load of products out apparently.
Oh, we should address the iPhone Air and what a bad idea it is for anybody who lives in a hot environment and wants to actually use their phone.
I haven't even actually looked at their new products here. What the fuck's the iPhone Air?
It's thinner. It has a smaller battery. It probably won't last all day, and it has this gargantuan bulge on the back so they can still give you a camera.
Right.
It's so stupid. Why make a phone thinner than the bulge of the camera? Why not just take advantage of the fact that it's going to be that thick, give me a better cooling solution, a better battery, and make it a bit tougher? I don't understand this shit that's going on right now. Oh, look how thin our phone is. Well, exclude the camera. Never mind that. No.
It's like you can make it as thin as a piece of paper, and then it's basically a piece of paper. Then it's like
with a big ugly wart on the end.
I don't understand it.
I don't get it either. And you make them so thin and fragile that everybody puts a case on it, negating the point that it's thin. And the case now actually helps against the cooling of the phone, making it slow down and shitty when you live in a hot environment. Like, it's all bullshit. Stop it. Fuck, man. We just want products that work. I don't care. Look how thin it is, Did she ever say that on a sexual night of adventure? No, she didn't. Fuck,
Yeah. I mean, in today's climate of body positivity as well, we shouldn't be making everything all thin, we should have,
There you go.
Let's have one with a bit of a booty on it.
Exactly. Right? Well, yeah.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of a thicker waist. There's nothing wrong with that,
I couldn't agree more, man. That's a perfect way to put it. But
you might end up with like phones with like an hourglass figure that's like that's big at the top, thin in the middle, and big at the bottom.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And I've heard some reports about Apple's new user interface called Liquid Glass or something like that. Like,
they were running that last year, weren't they?
No, it's not out yet. And some of the reviewers so far are like, it's kind of neat in the beginning, but it's so like you can't just look and see that icon means this. They're not distinct enough anymore, and it actually kind of sucks.
And basically, essentially unnecessary.
Yeah. But if you're an Android fan and you're going, Apple sucks, Android has just announced that side loading is going to be locked out going forward. So don't fanboy out before you realize that Android has now realized that there's more money to be made by locking out side loading and going with the Apple model.
Yeah, well, and Android still do the stupid things with graphics and things like that.
Oh yeah,
to beautify the phone in some way that was never asked for.
But Android has launchers, and that's going to be harder to do going forward because of this lockdown. But the Android launcher can give you preferences and stuff to your home screen and shit that you can't get on Apple even close. I do like Android for that extra level. I would never bother. I don't give a fuck, right? I just want my phone to be a phone. But I appreciate it that somebody might want to make it look like Star Trek The Next Generation or some stupid crap. Well,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's neat for like half an hour.
Yeah, until you realize the interface is shit and you can't get anything done, right?
Yeah, that whole fucking Lasars, or L-cars, or whatever you want to call it.
So bad, man.
It's useless.
It's so bad. There's no way you could run a spaceship using that shit. It's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be like the girl from Jurassic Park coming in and going, I know this.
Yeah, it's a Unix system. I know this. Yeah. Yeah.
We got 10 seconds before the Enterprise explodes. Oh, hang on. Let me just go into the main menu. There's logs.
Hold on. System preferences. Oh, fuck. I got to log in,
Just scanning around all these filing cabinets.
Does anybody have one of those Sun Thin Client swipey cards? I can't get in,
It won't accept my thumbprint.
Yeah. I shaved. It doesn't know who I am. Too funny. Yeah. So let's do a little thing. We've got a Sunday show that's starting here on the channel. It's going to be on the main channel, and there's going to be a few of us, like Dunk, myself, Nick Suter, probably going to join us sometimes. Commander is going to be on all the time, Commander McMillan. And Dunk's going to bring in a couple of news articles that suit his fancy. I'm going to bring in a couple that suit mine. I'll probably be in like the tech world of right to repair and stuff and whatnot. And it'll be really cool. You'll never know what's coming. It's going to be stuff that is actually important to know, but it will not be the mainstream, oh, Trump did this shit. We're not doing that.
I'm just going to bring a couple of microwave TV dinners, see what happens.
Oh, ZZ Top. Good album. Yeah.
I'll do a review.
You're going to be that guy that goes and does shitty food things, right? Yeah. If I had teeth, I think this would be okay.
Well, luckily I don't have any teeth, so.
But it's a cool idea. Everybody gets X amount of minutes to present their story, and then we talk about it and stuff. And there's going to be like a shot clock, so we don't go on too long about one thing, and we keep the thing rotating. And you never know what's going to come. Some of it will be entertaining. Some of it will be things that you should know, and some of it will be things that you're surprised you don't know. It'll be really cool.
Or you might be surprised you didn't know all along and didn't need to know.
Exactly. So it'll be 4:00 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, midnight UK time on Sundays on the main at the Shills channel. Come and check it out. It'll be pretty cool. It'll be important, relevant, irreverent, and important.
It's in the chat. It says, "I like Dunk's funny stories. If you want me to be funny, that's going to cost you extra."
Yeah, that's right. That takes 2 memberships, not just one. It's 53. We got just a couple of minutes here. Anything you want to get off your chest? I don't mean bras or anything, but
what's new? Forensics at the Charlie Kirk assassination. They've taken elbow prints off the gravel off the roof.
Off the gravel. elbow prints.
And it's been sent to forensics. What the fuck are they going to do with that?
You're not even kidding, are you?
No, I'm not.
How
like prints, like hand, so like prints on the gravel of the roof.
They get mistaken with an unreleased Prince album, depressions in the gravel. Maybe it just, like, what?
I don't know.
The fuck, man? How? This is what?
Yeah.
Lisa in the chat, what time Sunday? 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, midnight UK.
Yeah. And 351 Sol on Mars.
And if you live in Newfoundland, it'll be
doesn't matter, you won't watch it anyway.
No, it'll be 7 p.m. plus 4 beers. They have a half an hour thing.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Tomorrow we'll probably do a pub chat as well because I'm kid free. I don't have an excuse not to. Join us Saturday on the main channel for our Ukraine update show. Johnny will be joining us as well. I think we got what's his name coming in from Christos again, and and
you get the Mr. Land Cruiser guy. Get him.
Oh yeah, that's who I went to his channel. And I found an email, but it looked like one of those emails where you would just ignore everything,
Just prime it in the.
No, I'm going to get Claire to do it. Right? Because then it's just, right now I know his YouTube name, but I don't know his phone number. So I don't know which one of those guys he is. Right? How fucked up is that? Right? Come on, WhatsApp.
Bring them all up right now.
There you go. No, yeah. See, here we go. If I was Sherlock Holmes, this is what I'd look like, right? I'm just trying to make it, if you like all the images we get when we're live screwing around like this, that's AI Alchemist, Carpasian in the chat. Yeah. Damn good at this stuff and available for hire.
And if you don't like them, it's still AI Alchemist.
That's true. Yeah. If it somehow offends you, it definitely wasn't us, And yeah. So let's see here. I don't think tonight's a night for commercial advice. I think tonight as a send-off is consumer advice. Well, no. Actually, tonight's a night to remind everybody, as we started, it is the anniversary of 9/11, and the news ain't paying its shit lip service for nothing because they're too busy trying to get your clicks. So go on YouTube after our show is done and do a search for 9/11 and find a channel or two out there that are actually doing an honorary bit for the moment and give them a watch because they deserve it.
And if you're in the UK, search for 11/9 because that's the actual proper date.
The proper date, says the guy who can't drive if he's not on the wrong side of the car.
I'm on the right side of the car.
The incorrect side.
No, it's the right side because it is the right
side. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
And it's also goodbye from our team. We got Mexi Girl on the Shills account tonight. We've got Shayna Caldwell in the chat. We got PJ CNET, AI Alchemist, the Carpasian himself. We got Jose C, David Worley, Chris Lundy, and of course, Super Chat Matt.
Yeah. And all you lovely little buggers in the chat too.
We should thank them for showing up because, to be honest, I wouldn't have.
They're part of the team.
I'm just checking the fundraiser here. I just want to make sure we're caught up. We're caught up at $935. UTV and Ham is the last person in. Thank you, everybody. We're doing our best trying to, save the situation and upgrade a couple of people at the same time. So everything here works perfectly.
Yeah. PJ's cybernetic anus is going to come from nowhere.
Wish I had a fart sound. So, take care out there, everybody. And remember, keep your stick on the ice.
And keep your dick in a vice.
Stay chilly.